Hi everyone, welcome to Jen Smith Communications. I'm Jen Smith. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is the very first episode in a series I'm shooting on communication styles. Now I have a question for you. What is your communication style? It is not only important to know your own communication style, but it is important to know and recognize the communication styles of those around us, our friends, our family, and especially those we work with. That will help us manage our own behaviors and what we do and what we say. We are not able to control somebody else, and we are not able to control somebody else's behavior, but we do have control of ourselves, and we do have control of our own behavior. So we are going to, I guess, first of all, we'll touch on the communication styles that have been described over the years, and they are typically or historically have been described as assertive communicator, a passive communicator, an aggressive communicator, a manipulative communicator, and then there's various versions or combinations of those or other names. There's a lot of research on this, legitimate research and schools of thought. So for simplicity's sake, we are going to just stick with the original terms that we're used to. So in this episode, we are going to focus on the passive aggressive communicator. In the following episodes, we will focus on the assertive communicator and the aggressive communicator and so forth. But today we are going to pay attention to the traits of a passive aggressive communicator. Now we've all had friends like this, and though it appears that they seem to be passive, on the outside they are actually angry on the inside. And instead of having the courage or the skills to confront you or the individual in whom they have a problem with, they will seek out ways to undermine the individual, the target of their perceived or perhaps real feelings, hurt feelings, or whatever the case may be. Now, passive aggressive people tend to gossip. They tend to sabotage or undermine. They will use rumors or information to try to cause social isolation. They will also use bullying, sort of covert bullying behaviors and words that they know will push your button. So they are very adept at recognizing other communication styles and other behavior traits. And while they're pushing the buttons that they know will trigger you, they remain calm. They remain what appears to be in control. And in fact, they are in control if you allow them to be. Now, with a passive aggressive communicator, unless they recognize that trait in themselves, you're going to butt heads. You are going to have a difficult time finding a solution. In most instances, the best I could suggest if you have to deal with a passive aggressive individual at work is just to always be polite, always reaffirm, and try to keep as much distance as you can. I have had to remove myself from individuals. I had a friend, unfortunately, who is a very passive aggressive communicator and would do things on purpose to push my buttons. And even though I was aware of it after many long months of very frustrating conversations, I had to eliminate that relationship, and I definitely can't be around an individual that is trying to sabotage me. And you know, who wants to? Nobody does. And I have no idea the motivations behind this, but I know we've all encountered these people. They are either jealous of you, or jealous of your accomplishments, jealous of your success, jealous of your ability to communicate, perhaps. So there are different methods that we can use to ward off a passive aggressive